Hello Steelers, and welcome to another Bench Reports hobby update. This one, as we are speeding into Christmas. I think it's only 12 days away today. Well, Christmas Eve at least. So things are going to get busy for me on a domestic front from next week. So this may be the last hobby update until the new year, but we'll see. There might be another one coming over the Christmas period, but I know that I'm going to be busy dealing with presents and family and all the usual things of Christmas. So I'll say here and now, happy Christmas to everybody who watches this, and thanks for watching. And as a Christmas present, you could always subscribe. But this week, again, work has just been a little bit busy, so I've not really done a huge amount of painting. However, I did finish 2 more ruined houses for Through the Mud and the Blood, and also for lots of other things as well. These are probably the last ones I'm going to do. I've got a couple of bits of the Ironclad Miniatures ruins left, but I don't know if I've got enough to actually make up a full house. But I might make a dug-in German, what do they call it, mebu, a bunker with the last little bits. But we'll see. The only other thing I really have painted as well is this 28mm cowboy from Black Sheep Miniatures, which I'll tell you more about in a second. These were very nicely sent, very kindly sent through to me by Glenn over at Warbases. Massive thanks for that, Glenn. And that looks like a great range as well, so go and check out my review video of those. Just put that up the other day as a quick, but they are now available over on the Black Sheep Minis website. Go and check that out for sure. The other thing that I bought, or made, should I say, is some Platoon boards for Through the Mud and the Blood, and also for First World War Chain of Command as well. These ones are a bit of an experiment. So these are 2 of them that I've not finished cutting out yet. So we've got the German Zug for 1917, the British Expeditionary Force for Platoon for 1917 as well. And what I've done is I've just organised them into their individual sections with their big men as well. I'll put the links to these in the description for my Google Drive. What I've done is basically I've printed them out, glued them onto 5mm foam board, and then the boxes will be cut out, and then another piece of card put underneath, and then I'll just basically populate it for a game. So these are really good. I've seen them done for Chain of Command elsewhere, and I thought, well, let's do some for the First World War as well. And I've seen these done for other games, and they work really well for new players. You know, just to get their heads around what forces they've actually got. So you basically just put it down in front of them, and you can carry stuff around them as well, nice and easy. So, like I say, I'll put a link for those in the description. I'm going to do some more at some point. Probably, I've got so far I've done the British 1917, British 1918. Also, I've got the German normal infantry Zug, and also the German Sostruppen Zug as well in there. So they're available for you to grab, and I will update those as I do. I'm going to do some British cavalry ones as well. I'll try and sort out some for 1916 if you can actually find the actual platoon organisations. It's quite difficult to get hold of, really, but it is what it is. So in the post, as I say, I already mentioned them. I've got the 28mm Cowboys from Glenn, which has now really turned my head towards looking at What a Cowboy when that is released. So he sent a few of these through. I'm not going to talk too much about them because I've already done a review on them, so go and check that out. Also, QRF sent, it took a long time, but I ordered this ages ago, but this is a 14.5 ton Opel truck for the First World War. This just came through. I was just putting this together last night, along with 8 anti-aircraft infantry German crew members. I was going to turn this into an anti-aircraft vehicle, but I might just leave it as it is. It's a nice enough little vehicle anyway. We'll see. That was to complement the other one that I bought recently from Irregular Miniatures. I think the Irregular Miniatures one might be 20mm, whereas this is 15mm. So it's useful, and I'm just putting that together, and I'll get that painted up at some point this week, I would have thought. As I say, I was over buying the foam board for the Platoon rosters the other day, and I went over to Hobbycraft, and while I was in there, it looks like they'd had a restock of vehicles and what have you. So I came out with this, and you know, it never hurts, does it, to add another one to the stash. I just thought, I've not got a Panzer 4D, and I don't think I made one since I was a nipper either. And I do like the Panzer 4D. I like that short gun, and you know, before they start turning them into the long gun version of the 75mm, I like the short one. So I got that. Very pleased with that. There was only 18 quid. A little Christmas present to myself, because it's not on my Christmas list, but it is what it is. And also, as well in the post as well, I got this, the Courcelette book as well. This is Battleground Europe. These are a great set of titles. This one's by Paul Reed, who does a great podcast as well, the Old Frontline podcast. Go and check that out. It's full of really good, interesting stuff about the First World War. Excuse me, Tiny. I wanted to get this one because my head was turned a while ago by a picture of the Canadians attacking the sugar factory at Courcelette. So I wanted to see if I could find a little bit more out about it, and there's quite a little bit more about it in this particular book, including the map of the sugar factory itself as well, which is great, which I scanned and I was able to then blow up and look at and use, and I overlaid it onto Google Earth, and then I worked out a 6x4 table for it. And because of that, I'm actually going to, this afternoon, record a game of big chain of command, First World War. So I don't know what that would be, cocking up the big chain of command, I guess. Big cocking up the chain of command, big cocking up through the mud and the blood, I'm not sure. These are Battleground Europe. They're about £10. You can get them pretty much anywhere. I think I got this one in AB Books, brand new. They're well worth it because there's a lot of information in these about particular areas, especially, well, not just First World War, but also covering a lot of the Second World War as well. They're well worth it. I've got quite a big collection of these, and I've been collecting them over the years, and they're perfect for wargamers because there's a lot of, like I say, detail on maps, and also just on particular actions as well. You can see here, there's just to show you on the back, there is quite a number here just for the Somme that cover the entire area, written by various different people. So these are well worth checking out, and are, as I say, very useful for wargamers, if nothing else. We also, this week, I played another scenario of the 29 Let's Go, with the campaign that Dex and I have been playing for the last few weeks at least. This was number 5. German defence again. I thought I was going to get my ass kicked, but this time I actually turned the tables and was able to bring down mortars on him and stop his advance completely. It was nice to actually be able to win a game, if nothing else. So he's got to fight that again. This time, next time though, he gets an increase in his support points. So I'm expecting to see a lot more Shermans. So I'm going to have to shove a lot more anti-tank into my defence, I think. But yeah, that was a really good game. So thanks to Dex for putting that on and providing all the figures and everything. It's turning into a really enjoyable campaign, that for sure. Also this week as well, I've just played a couple of games of solo Undaunted Normandy because I realised I've not actually played all the scenarios in the original box, even though I got Stalingrad recently. So I just worked my way through a couple of those, and also the desert one as well. Just they only take about an hour or so to play, so it's quite a nice little thing to do on an evening, and no messing about setting up and stuff. And it plays really well solo as well, so you don't always have to get together. And the guys down at the club have been playing quite a lot of it over recent as well. Okay, so as I say, we are currently coming up on Christmas in a couple of weeks, so things are probably just going to hot up for that. So you've seen the Christmas schedule, I'm sure, at this point. It's over on the channel, the community part of the channel, if you want to go and check that out. So there's some dates of things that are coming, and also, as I say, what I'll try to do is I'll try and sneak out a couple of videos here and there, some extra bonus ones. I've got a few recorded for a couple of reviews and things, so they will be coming at some point, and I'm fairly sure that, you know, activity on the channel won't be particularly quiet, but it won't be particularly overwhelming either. So I'll leave it at that. I'll say thank you very much for watching. Have a very happy Christmas and New Year and whatever it is that you do to celebrate over this cold winter time, and I shall see you, if not before, at least in the new year.